The golden rules of the Italian food culture. I know. You think yourself an expert when it comes to Italian cuisine, because yes, it is very well known worldwide as one of the finest. However, do you really know everything about Italian food culture? Let's find out. The Italian food is sacred, and you probably already know. So I'm gonna list the main important rules of Italian food culture that you kind of must respect while you will visit Italy. First, never ever add Parmesan cheese or other kind of cheese on top of fish. It is considered a sacrilege, and it is a no-go when it comes to Italian food culture. If you are enjoying a dish based on fish, for instance, like pasta allo scoglio, it is pasta with seafood. Maybe you can think about dropping some cheese on that pasta, but wait, don't do that. And there's a reason behind that. It's because often cheese ruins the taste of seafood. So it is better not doing that at all. Second rule is, well, it's not actually a rule. Cappuccino past 11 a.m. made a short about cappuccino culture in Italy after 11 a.m. However, that in particular is not a written rule. I mean, by default, Italians wouldn't ever dare to drink cappuccino, but for breakfast. However, if you're a tourist and you want to enjoy cappuccino even at lunchtime, you can do so. That is not a big deal in Italy. So don't worry about that. Pane e pasta don't hang well together. Well, actually, because there are two different kinds of carbohydrates, and you should never eat them in the same meal. However, Italians make exception for scarpetta. Scarpetta happens when you finish your meal and there's some juicy leftovers. You can drag them out with some slices of bread and eat them. Is that considered rude? Whatever. In Italy, everybody does scarpetta. Pizza! You eat pizza with your hands. Yes, it is true. Also in fancy restaurants, often pizza can be eaten with your bare hands. It's not considered rude. It is just a way to enjoy, really enjoy your pizza. So even if you are in Italy, you're at restaurants, it is fine to eat with fork and knife. However, the very pinnacle of taste is when you squish your pizza with your hands in your mouth. Fifth rule is beware of the temperature of your wine. I witnessed with my very own eyes some people placing ice cubes into red wine, and that is very illegal in Italy. That is something you should never do, because red wine must be tasted at room temperature, 20 degrees Celsius, while some kind of white wines can be tasted slightly cold, around 10 or 12 degrees Celsius. But never ice into your wine, only in water. Ladies and gentlemen, class is dismissed. I hope you enjoyed this video about Italian food habits. If that happened, please hit the like button, subscribe, help my work by watching my other videos. I leave all the links below, and remember, speak like a genius. Bye bye!